What's up, guys? MeatyLock here, and today we are back in action for Extinction or Annunaki 2. I am very excited about this mod, guys. It is going to be freaking amazing. I've been waiting so long for Psycho to come out with either an Annunaki update or make a new mod. We've all known that he was making a new mod for a while now, but we didn't know what it was going to be. Well, today, about 12 hours ago, it officially released, and I'm very excited. Most of you guys probably subscribed to me because of Annunaki. I was known as, like, the Annunaki YouTuber way before Pooping Evolved started, and all that kind of stuff, and it was absolutely fantastic. Annunaki is by far my favorite mod. Anyways, Extinction is, I guess, bringing along Annunaki 2, and we are looking at right now. By the way, this is by no means a review, guys. I'm looking at it for the first time with you guys, so this is like a first impressions. We will do a more in-depth review, and we will probably start a series on this very soon, so I hope you're excited for that. But first thing we're looking at is the final bosses. These are the world bosses, and they look freaking fantastic. You know, me and April were actually talking about they should do a mod, like if they did like an earth tier, they should add like plants and trees and rocks to their back and make them look actually really earthy. And I'm very excited to actually open up and summon this guy, and he's covered in leaves. His like fur is leaves. He is the earth deity, which is crazy. And he has like these Aztecian ruin things on his chest. It looks very, very cool. So his name is Janguru, Guardian Deity of Nature, and so far there's 3 world bosses. I don't know if he's going to add more, or if it's just going to be like the prime elements of fire, kind of like fire, water, and earth or something. But anyways, this is Janguru, Guardian Deity of Nature. This right here is Nivalis, Guardian Deity of Winter, and this is Maguma, Guardian Deity of Fire. So you can see they have like the shimmering effects from like maybe the Bionic mod also uses the same effects, and they like there's a lot of effects here that are stacked, and there's a lot of custom work that's went into this, and that's what I liked about Annunaki so much, is he does a lot of work. Like he cares about his individual creatures. He wants them to look really good. He knows a lot about the dev kit, and he works really hard, and this looks freaking fantastic. Good job, Psycho. This looks amazing. Also, good job to the whole Annunaki team, like Alice and Psycho and I never remember his name, Tarunga, something like that. But yeah, this guy looks cool. They all look cool. So I'm going to go ahead and list off all of the tiers that we have right here that you can actually encounter out in the wild. Now, there's a few differences here, which I think is cool. So apparently, I think vanilla, this mod is balanced with vanilla, I'm pretty sure, and you can it's best used with vanilla difficulty, but apparently he's made it so the difficulty is unlocked. So that means you can use any difficulty you want, but he recommends using vanilla difficulty. Also, players can level up to 150, but you only get engrams up to a level 100 by default. Anyways, the first tier is Prime. So you'll have vanilla tier, obviously, and then you'll have Prime. Primes are bigger versions of the vanilla tier that you can ride and tame. Next up is Tribesman, which if you guys have ever used NPC Bush people, you'll know what Tribesmen are. They're kind of the same thing, maybe not exactly. But so you can actually tame Tribesmen. I don't know what they do yet. Then there's Tribesman Chief, which apparently aren't tameable, but they are really powerful and apparently really cool. Next up is Alpha, then Skeletal, Apex, Boss. You can tame the bosses, and you can probably tame like the Alphas. After Boss, there's Scion, which Scions are the offspring of the respective Guardian Deity. They are strong elemental creatures which provide various unique loot, resources, and more. And then there's obviously the Guardian Deity, which you see right here. Anyways, guys, I'm going to pause it. We're going to summon in some of the stuff and kind of like look at it, play with it, see what their stats are. These guys right here, just like the Chiefs or the War Chief, you can't force tame them. If you do force tame them, they disappear, and that's to prevent people abusing them on servers and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure, at least that's what it was in Annunaki. So yeah, these guys aren't tameable. So right now I have it on players only. That's so they can't move around and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to pause it. We're going to summon in some of these cool creatures, and I'll be back. Also, there's a lot of new items. I haven't even looked at the items yet. Maybe we can go ahead and check them out real quick. Well, first thing you can see, there's baby food. Baby food is definitely back from Annunaki, which is very cool. Then if we scroll down here, you can see the very first thing right here is the workbench. We got the Tranq Pike, which is back, which is awesome. I love the Tranq Pike. We have, I think there's like Alpha saddles and stuff like that. Yeah, Alpha Dodicra saddle, Alpha Stego saddle. We have all kinds of stuff, guys. I don't know why it's mixed in with the normal engrams. It seems kind of weird. Alpha Sarco saddle. Alpha Carnivore helmet. Apparently there's new armor sets, which is really cool, and they can't be broken, just like the Chief armor and then the War Chief armor, obviously. And I'm assuming they'll provide set bonuses and stuff. Dota Rex saddle, Dota Rexy saddle. So yeah, guys, there's a lot of stuff here, and we're going to try to look at most of it. I need to learn all the engrams and do all that first. Okay, one thing I want to do before I do everything else is I've logged out and I've installed the Super Spyglass mod, and I want to check out their stats here. So it looks like Nivalis, the Guardian Deity of Winter, has 500 million health, and I'm assuming the other two have exactly 500 million too, but let's just go ahead. No, okay, so 600 million for fire, and then we have 450 million for nature. I'm not sure if they all spawn at exactly the same level, if they're level 4 every single time. But I'm assuming they are, knowing Psycho. So they're all level 4, and they all have a lot of health. So if that gives you any estimation of how powerful they are, then there you go. Okay, guys, so next up is the bosses here. I have all of the bosses summoned in. They also have all of their saddles, and they've all been summoned in at level 150 and then tamed. So they're all level 225. So they should all have similar stats. Well, I guess stats according to like how good they would be at like max level. Anyways, this guy, I think they all have special moves, but this guy, they all have around 300 to 400,000 health, I've noticed, which is good. They all look really cool, and then they do have like the cool special saddles. Psycho is known for making like cool saddles based just on default, so that's actually pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and ride this dude, or let's ride some of these guys here in a second. We got Dota Rexes, Dota Wyverns, Manticores, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it looks all really cool in Broodmothers. Let's go ahead and just ride the Dota Rex. I think you can actually summon, so I'm gonna do C. So C is a blast right there. Let's just do left click. Let's do right click. So right click is fire, and then do you have any sort of special moves like summoning? I don't think he has any sort of special summoning moves. I did notice they did summon, or some of them did summon some little mini creatures as soon as I spawned them in. Okay, so we got a smash. We got a rock throw. Let's go ahead and try C. So, oh, that's really cool. It's like a little 360, kind of like the, I guess the rock golem has. Any sort of special moves. So maybe they just by default summon minions just when they're being attacked. So that'd be pretty cool, because if you can do it with the button, I'm not really sure what the button is. Okay, so we kind of know what to expect from all these guys. Let's just go ahead and get the spyglass out and just briefly look at all of their HP. So yeah, it's all around 300,000, 328,000, 370,000. Yeah, just it's 500,000 for the Dota Rex, and then Dota Wyvern has 400, and this guy has 400. Okay, so these are the bosses. You can tame them. I don't know the method to taming them yet, but they are tameable. Also, one thing I'd like to show you guys is I summoned in a bunch of armor here. We have the Manticore Armor on, which seems like the best armor. There's also the Chieftain Armor, and then if you keep going down in the little summon commands here, there is... looks like there's an alpha carnivore helmet and alpha herbivore helmet. Makes you invisible to most alpha herbivore creatures. However, when provoked, they will defend themselves. So this is actually pretty cool. So you can get the alpha carnivore helmet or the alpha herbivore helmet to make you invisible to certain creatures. That is really cool. Okay. But I think it says invisible to alpha carnivore creatures, so that's obviously not going to work for like bosses and stuff, I guess. But it seems like there's prime versions. Yeah, there's a prime chitin armor set. There's a prime cloth armor set. There's a prime flak armor set. A prime desert armor set. So yeah, like it looks like there's prime versions of almost every armor set to be kind of like better, and you can like work your way up through the tiers. So yeah, that's really awesome. Now, next thing I'm going to do is we're going to try to summon in some of those little chieftain guys, and then also maybe do the workbench to see what we can actually make in the workbench. Okay, guys, we're back. So I've summoned in all the chiefs here, and there's normal tribesmen, and then there's the chiefs. You have to watch out for the chiefs. You cannot tame the chiefs from what I understand, and these guys all look awesome, man. As you can see, they're different colors. There's yellow chieftain, green chieftain, cyan chieftain, red chieftain, and orange chieftain. And they all are different. One uses, it looks like they use the different armor types. There's fur, hide, flak, and then chitin, and then all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty cool. So the yellow chieftain has a chainsaw. That is awesome. You know, this actually kind of reminds me of Borderlands for some reason. I don't know why, but it reminds me of Borderlands. This guy has a shotgun. We got dual-wielding axes, so this is like the Viking one. We have samurai, dual samurai swords, and look at this guy. This guy is just glowy red eyes. This one looks like a demon. And then we have like the sniper chieftain. These guys look freaking awesome, man. They look really, really good. So let's see. Can I see without going into, let's just go ahead and do players only here. And then so 126,000. It seems like they all have around 120,000. Which is pretty cool. They definitely look really cool. Let me summon in a creature like a boss and force tame it and see if we can actually kill all these dudes and see what they drop here. Okay, guys, so I have summoned in a Dota Rex boss, and we're going to kill all of the chieftains here, or at least try. It looks like they also summon minions that are exact clones of them, just smaller, so that's pretty cool. So let's just go ahead and murder all these dudes. Hopefully we can. I don't know how strong they are, of course, not being able. I've never actually played with them, so I guess we'll find out, and then we'll see what they all drop. So we just killed a Tribesman, which is very interesting. Oh, guys, they actually summon in, like, wolves that they can ride, and Phiomias, and all kinds of cool stuff. Yeah, dude, this is going to be awesome. This is awesome. I like this a lot. This is very, very cool. Anyways, I killed a yellow Triphiomia, whatever. And then let's just go ahead. I cannot kill these guys for some reason, but they're also not doing any damage to me for some reason. So, I don't know, man. I'm not sure yet. Also, I'm assuming these guys are what drops the actual prime armor from fur and flak and stuff like that. So, I'm assuming that's the reason why you would fight the chieftains. Okay, guys, well, I guess I'm not going to be able to kill this dude. I've been sitting here hitting on him for about 15 minutes now, and he's only went down like half of the way. So I do remember reading that there's supposedly different strategies in taming and then also killing things, so maybe this is one of them. You can't just, like, brute force a solution. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and assume that they do drop all the prime armors, like the chitin and fur and all that kind of stuff. And then they probably also drop some other stuff cool, too. I guess I will leave that up to either me or you to find out whenever we start playing the mod. The last thing I want to look at is we're gonna summon in the workbench and just see what's inside of the workbench. Oh, also one thing I noticed is it seems like everything in Annunaki 2 or Extinction here has heavy regen, because I just swung at this guy for a little bit and he regened it almost immediately, so that's probably what my problem was. Anyways, yeah, also I have this katana. It's called a Chieftain Katana, which that's what it's called when you summon it in. So yeah, I guess the katana is one of the items you can get, and maybe you can even get other, like, sort of weapons from the other chieftains. That would be really cool. Anyways, I'm gonna let them have their fun and do their thing. We are going to come over here. I'm gonna place down this wooden foundation. We are going to stick the workbench, the Annunaki workbench, or whatever this is, on top of this dude right here. And then let's, oh yeah, this looks really cool. Look at this, it has all kinds of little stuff on it. Let's go ahead and look at this. So weapons, melee, we can make the Tranq spear. So yeah, pretty much the same. That's really cool. Consumables, drugs. We have the detox and the sedative, just like from Annunaki. Saddles, this is where you learn all the alpha saddles and all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty awesome. And all the boss saddles. And then armor. So yeah, you make the alpha herbivore and then obviously the alpha carnivore, and then you're gonna have to get items. Okay, awesome. So that seems really, really cool. Now, I used all my engrams, and using all my engrams, I wasn't able to learn all of, or even close to all of the engrams available. So it looks like if you want to learn everything by yourself, you're going to have to use either a game INI tool that gives you more engram points, or some sort of mod that gives you higher levels for players and more engram points. I recommend probably doing the game INI thing where you can give yourself more engrams at, like, close to max level. So yeah, that's pretty cool. As for everything else, I think that's it, guys. Of course, there's other tiers I didn't check out, and I didn't check out a lot of stuff, but I'm going to try to leave this kind of open to you guys to figure it out and have fun. I don't want to do too many spoilers, which I guess we did spoilers with the end boss and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to smash the like button. I'd really appreciate it. It'd help me out tremendously. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Also, it looks like there's oxygen, fortitude, and blood vial. That's a little later down. And then we also, maybe we can craft the Manticore Armor? That's very interesting. Let's go back into armor here. Metal, yeah, Manticore. Oh, gold bars, prime hide, amethyst. So it looks like you're going to have to collect some resources, kind of like in Overhaul. Or I guess Annunaki, the first Annunaki. So yeah.